Welcome back to Timberborn and our Fortitude playthrough, aka Beaverbrook number 3. Always more on that, and don't forget to check out pixdb.com for all the latest videos. And if you like this sort of thing, please like and subscribe, or just like it. It really helps a small channel like myself to build and grow, and then decide what else we can bring. Anyway, let's get into what's happening. Just a little recap. We're now getting the big wheels, the biggie wheels, and we're starting to think about powering some extra industry. Instead of using the beaver power, we're using the other power. We'll also, I topped that off, in other words, I've got that down flat. I have no dirt excavator, but I think it will go in there somewhere. And this is ready for the mechanical fluid dump that we're going to have to get some water around here. And I think that'll work out quite well. There's a few other ways of doing it. But I think that, to me, feels a little more natural. Also, you know, you can do it how you like to do it. I mean, what you could do is blast down there and do a tunnel right through. And because it's the same height, it will filter there, but you don't need to see all this sort of thing. But at the moment, I'm not doing that. I still need the dirt excavator, so that's something that we're going to, when we get the power to, do things. But anyway, without further ado, we are obviously in bad water territory, but we're perfectly fine. We don't have to worry. We've got enough water for days. Although it is running out, we're only at 2,000, but it'll come back eventually. So that's okay. Like I said, I need to get these running, and they are running, so I can start to think about getting some in here. Now, I've got to be careful because of the problem is the food. Now, there's no reason why berries are going low here. Or we've got a load of berries in there, I should say. So let's get them going to eat up them berries. And as I said, I don't want to do anything with this. We are getting resin coming in. I'm not sure where I put the resin, to be honest. That's scrap metal. Explosives are still ongoing. They don't seem to be pumping much at this precise moment. I can take this down and this down. They can't actually get to this, so I'm going to have to... And then they'll be able to get to that. I now have this. I just select this. You can see now it's gonna. I mean, I know it's lowered, but that's how it is. We'll be able to fill up this teeny little bit, and these will then be at 2 instead of being at 1. So that'll help the situation. The trouble is the iron teeth. It's just not like the folktales where they have the larger water. They only have the small water, so it's a bit of a difficult thing. We need planks, and we've got enough planks. That's not the problem. I want to move this. I want to really move this infrastructure over here. So the only real disadvantage is I can't double link these together. And what I mean by is that if we take, for an example, wrong one. No, that is the right one. If we take gears, for an example, that's a 3. So that's obviously smaller than the here. As you can see here, it won't sit on there. And I think the lumberjacks are 3 as well. Yeah. So, that being the case, it may temporary until I can Until I can fix this. I don't need... I certainly don't need this anymore. Although I might keep it until they build this, actually. And this can go. This can go. This can go. This can go. Most of that can go, because I don't think they're actually walking over there anyway, so... But obviously I still want them to do these. Blast this down. We've got 5 days left. We should be okay with water. We just have to keep an eye on everything. And then when everything starts to come back through again, we'll get it. I want the water so I can start doing other stuff. Food. It's so... we got the fermenter, but that needs power. But we could run the power. And I've got potentially another one in here to connect in if I want some more, if I want another power. That's a bit small. Like here. I could connect it. There is that there. But obviously I have to move that up. So then I can get another couple of hundred. It's producing a huge amount, actually, to be honest with you. We're getting quite a lot together here. So that's pretty good. That's been built. That's almost been built. I'll back on this, I think. So that needs to have... This needs to be as well. Like that. I'm also gonna have to come down here. So I might have this... What I might do is... I might have the next one in here and run... Not link these three. This one I might link to this. I haven't really just fully decided. I can't do a trench because that is the lowest it can be. That is the lowest. This here is the lowest it can be. So you're gonna have to see it if I'm going over, but I'm gonna do that anyway. I haven't got a lot of... I'm running out of inventors. That means I haven't got a lot of kits, or whatever they like to call them in Beaverland. What are the kits? Or is that actually foxes? I don't know. Might be. Let's put this on a 2. In fact, let's put it on a 3. I don't envisage that much going awry. In fact, actually, this smelter could go in there, couldn't it? So I'm gonna get rid of that, and then I'm gonna build the smelter on here. It makes sense because it's not as if it's doing a lot, is it? It's got like over 1,000 or 2,000, and it's only running like 250. So it makes sense to build that and get that going. I'll now drop that by 1. I'm going to see if I can... it's at 50%. Oh, well, I'll do 2 then. There. So it needs 2. But once I move this over, don't forget, this is a 4 as well. Yeah, I think explosives is a 4. I could probably build that as well, to be honest. Land. I always get this wrong. I always get it wrong where it is. That's the 4, so that can go in there. I want... Oh, I can't build any more here, so I might as well... And then we'll be getting that one. I think that'll be it by then. He's just gonna have to do that one, and then that'll be it for that. obviously, like I said, I need more, because when I've done this, I could get down there. Bearing in mind, I've got no ladders or anything like that to actually get down there. So it might be, it's going to be one hell of a trek. I probably want it here. Then I can have a ladder. Or do I actually need... I'll need it to... Yeah, I'll need it to be in there, won't I? Then we do that again. That's a ladder to there. Just sort of trying to hollow this out, give it a bit more area. I'm not massively worried about that, so they can just stay like that when we're ready, because we're not actually ready yet. 3 days, 1800, no problem. The only sort of thing that I've got to be careful of, which I think I'm gonna do, is put water in there. Now I know this is gonna drop, because these are absolutely like suck out water from here like a mad machine. But I've only got 2 days left, and then it's going to come back in again. Right, that now can go. That can go. So all this can be picked up and shoved back in where it needs to be shoved back in. Everything can be picked up here and put back in its thing, and then it'll build all these. This is about 50% done. Then we've got the... I'm going to get rid of it, but I'm not going to fully get rid of it. I'm going to keep it. I'm just going to turn them off and rebuild them here for obvious reasons. Right then. We can also get the... I'm going to get a couple of lumber. And I'm going to get the gear in here. I can't obviously do that. So I'll need another one of them. Do I need... I don't even think I need to be... Well, actually, I can actually do this. That'll give me another one. That's my path. So what that is the path. Like so. And if I need another one to come over here, just this line, because I can get one in there and one in here over the top. So we'll do that. It's not ideal, but it's going to serve the purpose of getting everything in. All this infrastructure, because I want this all in from here to here to here, and just disable that, and then everything is actually on non-beaver power, which the beavers will then... I've got them back. That's the whole point, see? I've got them back to do something else, which I don't have at the moment. Obviously, this is a bit weird. And this needs to be changed to terrain. Take this down and change it to terrain eventually. Or blast this edge down and put a double in there, like here, like this one. And we could actually blast this down actually and increase the size of this trench, which will hold more water, which actually wouldn't be the worst idea I've ever had. But I don't think they can get down there. They could do it this side, like here. And then go to that, and then go under there, and start blasting down this little trench here, if that's what we're going to do. I've probably decided. It's just trying to gain more water, and eventually, obviously, I can open up this and not have it. How are we doing with... If we see this now, we're basically back quite high up. And we've got 1 day. I'm going to pause these. I don't need... I'm just worried about them, you see. I get worried about them, and obviously this absolutely hammers the water. We'll now turn this back on. So we're going to have all these back on. Because we've only got 1 day left. And if it runs dry, it doesn't actually make any difference. So that's good. They're only there for a backup. They're not there to be sucked dry normally. So that's good. I'm happy with that. This is all coming together. It's all coming together. That now is running. I'm supplying 1800. I only need 450, so I've got an absolute ton here. I am going to do this. I've decided that I am, but I need to work out where I need to build the. I think I need to build it on a Kia as a 2. I think it's a 2. Yeah, 2. Yeah, that would then be the rotate there. So I've got to sit on there. Yeah, it's got to sit on there. Is that? Yeah. So that would be there. The only bit of it, like I said, if I could, I'm gonna, because this I'd have to run around. I might as well. I'm going to have to build a ladder there. Primarily because I can't get this, I don't think. And just do that. Pause that. It needs 70 logs. I'm going to do it. I've got loads of logs. And it needs 80 planks, which is, I've got 200 something. So it does need quite a lot. But until I'm ready to get this going, I think, I'm not really that much bothered about that, but it will be soon. When I fill this up, I've got then all this area to, you know, I'm not too sure whether I could do something with this and use this area. I'd like this to be filled in and maybe use that as well. Obviously, in this we have ladders. So that's, you know, instead of steps, if you like, we have ladders. We don't have to use the wooden stairs, I should say, not steps. It makes things so much easier. That's at 19. I'm going to pause these two, and I'm going to get full. I'm going to. This is lumberjack. I'm going to get this. We should now be back with the water. The water is coming in. That's at full. I need to obviously wet this down here, so I'm just waiting. I need to sort that and get that to and this will open this up, which now will get the water in. I don't think I can actually turn. Oh, maybe I can. Yeah, I can turn these back on. That's another. It'll just get me the water in really fast. That's what I'm trying to achieve in this. I've got 1,000 in science points. So let's pause. What can I? We know I need this mechanical fluid, unbelievable, expensive damn thing. We're getting the treaty planks, which now I've got to make more room to put the stuff for them. I suppose I could put storage on there, but it goes in. Does it go in there or does it go in? I'm not too sure. I can't remember. Let's do that, but let's just turn this down a bit, just to. I think. Oh, it is treaty planks. That's fine. So I'll get another one. I'll oh, I was supposed to go. I'll copy. Oh no, I won't copy because I can't do that in this one. I got used to the little extra bit that you get in this, where you can actually get a bit extra. In fact, actually, if I also do this idea, I think I have to be a 2. It has to go over there. I'll have to go for a 1. There. And I use that as a walkway. That'll, I'll be able to get a second level over here. So that's good. And we're going to actually do that, actually. There, and there. And then I'll just put some zip length to it. If I was thinking, could I do that there? But I'd have to... I could. Because I don't want them to have to come down here to come up there. I want them to come in here and do it. So, but that'll suffice for now. I want to get this going. And I want to get this going. And I want to get this going. But we need the storage for the treated planks. So this is the treated planks storage. And I'll put that to second. So beaver away, beavers. It's moving from this. This is the real difficult part of moving from this section here. And I'm also wondering if you could actually speed this up by blowing this trench up here. I think you could. You could certainly get some, wheels on there and generate some power, which might be a good idea. Oh, I don't want that now. Which might be a good idea. So I've got a beaver back. But being able to fill this, I want to fill this one as well, because I'm using them as sort of storage. I'll be using them as reservoirs. I may want to, put this out slightly more, but I'm not desperate to do it. We've not got this built yet. We are now on the cusp of getting that done. This is still not being picked up, so this is the bad water problem. Bad water and explosives. I've got no storage for... Apparently I've got no storage for explosives. That's a bit of a problem. Didn't know that. Where do we want to put them? Is the question. Obviously I can't put them in the water, because that'd be slightly silly, wouldn't it? I'm going to get a couple of small ones, I think. There. Explosives. I don't care about the bad water going, but what I care about is the explosives, because obviously they've got to be done. I'm going to turn this off, because I don't need these on either. Because I'm at 300, so... I'll need the centrifuge. I assume it uses a centrifuge. Yeah, I'll need a centrifuge eventually. Here. Now, we could, if I could think of a way to be able to put the centrifuge on the top of here and be able to get some power to it. That might be a way of doing it. Now, I think it powers underneath as well. So expanding this, I think you can do it. I don't know, I've not tried it. Yes, you can. So I could, if I worked out where this centrifuge, which I think would be possibly there, which is going to be a bit of a problem. So I might have to put it here. And do a, well no, I want it there really. Because I can put power to it. So this needs to be extended up. And then I'd need to get up there, which I've not worked that one out yet. Although I might be able to use this. And then do that way. So that's a bit of a decent way of doing it. The slight problem is that I've not actually built these. So these can't be... They cannot be occupied. There we go. We're full on the water. The water is full. Now start pumping the crap out of this and get it up there. This is a problem. You need so much flipping water. You just cannot get enough with these. And I don't think there's anything else you can do. Yeah, there's no. All you get is this thing. But it does do a deep water. I mean, it does do really quite well. That's one thing the small one will do over the large one. It will get the water. But what I'm suggesting is it going. We build some things over here, and it discharges the water from here. So it's like having a second reservoir. But we're running. That's the main thing. Well, sort of running. It would be nice if I was running a bit more, but can't win all. Metal block. Fortunately, we are doing metal blocks. Fortunately, I did that the right way around and didn't build this one first, and that because it wouldn't have worked. It was slightly by accident, I must admit. I didn't think about the order of them. I think it's the Tapper Shack has got so much. We could do another storage on top of here. That's a gimme. Oh, I do have the ladders. Why did I not do the ladders then? I've done a boost there. Why did I do that? It's because I've been playing the other one, which you can't have the ladders. And then I went, oh, why did I do that? Never mind. That's going to give me berries. Obviously, I got all these, and I might as well get all that. It's just going to give me enough berries, but. I'm still trying to work out what I want to do with everything. There we go. Now we got this industry going. I've still got 5 beavers that are 5 vacancies, and does that include in all this as well? I'll have even more because these are all up and running as well. Well, if they're up and running, why don't I do that? Hunger, thirst, sleep, fine. Shelter. I haven't got them all in shelter, so that's another concern. I know we've got some really. That one holds 16 happens. This only holds 10, but. Wait a minute, I didn't put that there. I put it there, but it didn't want to go there. I'm going to build that. And then I'm going to... I've got to keep an eye on the old housing. Now bear in mind, the housing on these isn't affected by... And the decent thing is at least this housing thing is on the floor and not high up. So I've made it up there. Yeah, it's not affected by the housing. It's affected by how much of this is going through. That one's fine, that one's fine, that one's fine, that one's fine, that one's fine. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. They're all on 2, I think. I'm going to pause. Because we just wazzing out thingies here, and they're gonna absolutely cream my look. You see what I mean? I can't produce enough food. This is the issue. The food situation is terrible. Although I could do a ladder down here and try and do a just for now. That would get me some food, wouldn't it? I want to turn this the other way around. I was saying that though, I don't really want to go down there then, do I? I don't mind because all this can't be built on, you see. Or can't have any So I'll rechange my idea, and instead of going directly, I'll go indirectly. Which is actually probably slightly, yeah, straight now. Happened to be quite ironic that that's now drought approaching, but I just cannot get. I'll set this for planks. I'll set this for logs. I'll redesign it. I don't know why I did that, but it doesn't matter. That should be disabled now. Disable this. Don't need all this. That's going to now give me some even more beavers back. We're looking at here, you see. I've got 9. I want to absolutely suck more water out of here. But where am I going to put it is the question, without upsetting the balance of everything. How many planks have I got is the question. 200 and something. I need it to be... Right. I thought I'd actually put that in the way then, and I realised that I hadn't put it away. I could also get... This isn't ideal. It's only temporary, but it will do what I want it to do. There. Is that right? No, I think that's too many, isn't it? It just gives me more water to... No, it is 3 because they can't get to here, can they? Then we get another one. Makes sense to do that one as soon as I can get 2 into there as well. Get that going. That's obviously a huge amount more water. Probably be about another 50% of the water that I could actually get. It's because the water's going down. I'm not really... well, it's going up, but it's going really, really slowly. And I'm a bit worried. That's why I've turned all the beavers, because I've got far too many beavers. And obviously, Cannoli is just absolutely getting decimated. Which means then I'm on the berries. Hence the reason why I've decided in my infinite wisdom to get the berries from here. I want this to be built really importantly. And that needs to... What the hell? That's berries. That's not being selected either. So we'll have to get that and that. And then that way I'll get more food. Although saying that, they've already got all this. So... I could technically empty some of this. This here to give me some more room when this comes online. Because I haven't got any more room to build anything. And I'm really worried about the... I mean, I've got tons of food, but I haven't got tons of food at all. I just cannot. I'd like to move this lot to get the food, more food in. And I'd like to get, obviously, the water in to do this. This is why I'm deciding to do it here. And this will take a while, I think. This would take a while to... come to fruition as well, but at least it's something. It's something more than I don't already have. I'd like to even get this going, to be honest. I'm a bit worried that I'm going to run out of food before we even solve this problem. And also, I could actually strip this wood down as well, because we are running out a bit of wood. So that's going to take a bit of a time to get running. But that'll work. Obviously, I also want them from here as well, so... that's another one. Let's cook this. So hopefully they're going to now build that. Yeah, water is definitely... And I've got a drought. got 2,200. So I've got what was it, about 17? So I got 500 more. Now they're not going to take anything because obviously I've stopped them all. So, well, I haven't stopped that one. That was supposed to be stopped, but it wasn't stopped. I've only got 9 now. We will obviously die of old age. There will be injury. That implies that he hasn't got. Oh no, he's here. I've got 10. See, I've got 10 unemployed. This is ridiculous. I got a bit carried away, I think, with the. So I'll just build some more science posts. The advantage of that is then I'm just generating massive amount of science, which is I want anyway. I've got enough for the fluid dome now, but I haven't obviously got this done, so we'll enable this to be getting built as well. How is our tree situation here? It's doing. There's no cutting to go, and there's no planting to go either, so we'll get this. I'll also put some more storage in here, like that. Not like that. For wood, because when this comes off here, we just not gonna have enough. I know it's going to take a while. It's going to take. It's only a 20%. That's why I'm losing me logs, because I haven't got. And these are only at 40%. I've got enough resin, so that's okay. Remember, this is on hard mode as well, so we've got to be really careful. I want this filled back up again, that's why I've done it. Come on, will you flood this thing? Thank you. It's okay because it'll yeah, just see that it's absolutely it's flooding this, but it doesn't really matter. It'll stop flooding in a minute. "12 days isn't too bad." Now that's gone down, I'm going to pause this, and that's at 100%. Oh, 100. We've got enough for 3,900, so I'm going to obviously carry on doing this. Not too sure why that stopped. Oh, I know why that stopped, because there's no blooming power. But obviously, if I want power, I can. If I want, what do I want? Do I need any gears? No, I think I'll be okay. I think there's no point enabling stuff if I don't need it. How are we doing with our metal? We're doing okay. Grown up. I've got 76. I need to get that down by a good 20. So I'm gonna wait now. I've got far too much. Well, I paused some of this anyway, so I've got far too much. And not enough. And not enough. I'd say what I will get, which I haven't really got, is where does the that's the hauler plus, that's the builders. Yeah, I'll get that, but I don't know where to put it yet. Wait a minute, is this all built now? Yes, that's not been built. Oh, that's been selected. I'm going to start emptying some of this. And it can be put into, because it's all in a way, and I need to have more stuff that's usable in here. Don't know what I used all that for. Probably planks, so I can get rid of them. They've not built these yet, and they've not built these yet. I should have enough water. I don't think the water's the problem, so that's a good thing. We've got these two built. That's really good. I'm really happy with that. This can be built. This can be built. So now they're going to come out and start doing that for me. It's a hell of a jaunt, like, but that's gone. That's gone. And that's gone. That means there must be, well, there's still three. There's still a huge amount in here. Because that far is just not enough. It's causing a problem. I do not have the builders. I've got 24 unemployed, so they're not doing anything. So I might as well get some of them in here and some of them in, because it'll generate an enormous amount of science points, which is what I want anyway. And that's another reason why I don't want to get rid of this, because it's obviously generating planks, and well, the logs are not going to go down as much. Obviously this is better for this because these are on the old 20%. These are on the 71, so these will come first. I've not built that yet, but I want all this to be built. This is so important to get built. How was that? How did they be able to build that before that? Oh, I know how. It's diagonal, isn't it? And they could do the diagonals. And we'll get all this. We'll get all this down, and I'll also build a couple of storages for logs here. We'll get them. Well, put them in this not full, because obviously then we're wasting time. They must be using some storage or something. Well, let's get into planks from there then, maybe. Not fully sure. I could have some more storage of water in there if I decided to blast this down, which might be a good idea. Unfortunately, though, I can't because there's some flipping trees in there, which is forever annoying. I'm gonna pause them because the reason why I'm pausing them is I can't do nothing until all this is out of the way, really. And let's get another lumberjack in there. Should have had another one anyway, really. We're getting closer to the end of our episode. The water's not doing too bad. That's 2 days, and it's just slightly gone down. Obviously, this is a quite big thing to keep this going. I'd rather build this up to full and then not have to worry, as opposed to, you know, worrying about what I'm going to do. I don't even think I've got that right. That's going to be full now. That needs to be done. We've got. I'll put one of these is in a priority because we want to get this. We want to get these all as full as we can. Is that empty? Yeah, that's on empty. Most of this should be on empty, actually. Oh no, that's not on empty. I don't need to worry too much about the log situation. Not yet, anyway. This is now full. I could get rid of that one as well. That means it's still not doing that, and that's a bit of an annoyance. Probably because it's doing other stuff as well. We've got some of these going. Yeah, they're building these first. That's fine. I know it's costing me quite a few logs. It's costing me 12 logs to build these. Although I've got rid of some of them anyway, so these are, you know, these logs will go. I might as well, if I've got that many, and I can't get rid of them, because the bond and the thingies, I went a bit too far with, thinking them, and obviously I'm just barely holding on to the food. Although that's gone down by quite a couple of hundred. So I need to reduce the amount of beavers I've got. Or I need to increase the food. So this is why I'm trying to increase the food. I'm also saying, well, I might as well get all that while I'm on it as well. But like I said, I don't want these to be hauling this rubbish off. I tell you what, well, I suppose I could. I mean, what is the point? Nothing in the area. Let's plant crops. Let's get. Well, they can go to there, and at least they'll be able to harvest them. Storage for these is going to be a hell of a long way away. I tell you what might be an idea: getting hauliers into this mix, which will be here. How many hauliers situations can I get in? Just the one. Until this is all built, which they're not finished building this yet. Right, next job. I think still going up. I think that was increased, obviously decreased from earlier on. But this will help the situation, and obviously it's got 3 days before it can be harvested. That is starting to allow me to get down here, I think, just about. I just need that one. And then I can get this one built as well, which I'll do the cannoli as well. It's only till, like I said, it's only till I can, I think I can build that, and then that'll allow that to be thing now. Yeah, that's gonna be built. I'll push this down one to allow this to, I want some more to get, obviously, this out of the way. I mean, it's not ideal, but it's because of this water, this is allowing this to be done. Otherwise, it wouldn't allow it to be done. Now, obviously, some of this is going to be killed off anyway because of the bad water situation. Unless I was build a levee somewhere here, and then it won't even touch it. But I'm not too much. Something's better than nothing. At least we've got something going, as opposed to nothing going. And it will eventually increase the capacity. I still need a place. I need a place to be able to say this is not good. Now I have got explosives. Now I could get over here and rechannel, sort of, when this water goes, rechannel some of this to get some of this back, and some of this back. It'd be nice to actually send that maybe a different way and not send it through here, which then I can use this for agriculture. I mean, man, that's quite nice, isn't it? You could blast down there and have another water channel in there. Which you could do because of the water. If you can get the water to go into there, it'll go to the same level as, unless you do a tube and it goes upwards and then send it over and down, which you could do. What I could do is send this into a rectangle, so it has to come up, and then I build something to go over to that one, and then I build something to go over to this one, and then that way you're just filling the water in completely. Not ideal, but it would definitely work. That is getting built, but it's not fully built yet. As you can see here, now we're starting to push this out. Right, I've got 2 in there. They should theoretically come to here. Oh, they're using the logs for that, aren't they? So that's 2 sets of logs for this. I'll plant some more trees in here. I'll plant some more cannoli, the ones I can get in, and we might use this for a change and do its casabas or something like that. I don't know. I haven't quite decided how all this is going to pan out. I've got no any plans. I've used them all, but I've got a massive amount of science points that I've accumulated in this, and I've still got 7 days. I can't see why this wouldn't go to about 6,000 to 7,000 in science points. It's not a massive amount, but it's good enough to do several things that we want to do. We want to get the dirt excavator going, because I want to fill this here to this level and use it as the reservoir. We want to blast this down as well, so that's another thing that needs to be. We can get down here to blast this, and we can get to the edges, but we can't. I'm just sort of getting it out to to be on the bottom. We can then spend the 2,500. It's going to cost me 2,500 just to get this damn thing. but there's not much I can do about that. And then obviously here I'll put the dirt excavator, because I can do... The dirt excavator can sit on a 1, but we're going to have to sit it up on a 2, because obviously of the level here. So that's another thing, because I can power this through. I might have to connect all this together, and I might even have to go for an extra water somewhere. I don't know yet. But this will probably be enough to power all of this. And we'll get it in here. And I need the train. So I basically need 2,000. I need 3,000. I've got 4. I'm going to need another 2 there. So that's 2,000. That's 4.5. That's 5,500 before I've even started. Obviously, I need the thing. There's a 600. And, you know, so there's a hell of a lot. So that's why this is going to be beneficial for us to get. Now, I know I've gone on for an hour. But I hope you enjoyed that, and we will definitely see you in the next Timberborn fortitude plate, where we keep expanding. My problem at the moment is, as you can see, is the just not enough. I've got not enough food. Food is only going to go on the berries, and that's what I'm really worried about. But I'm going to let these go back. If I've got 20 something extra, I only need to be on the 50. So when this dies out, and now they're going down, I'll be a bit better. But anyway, we will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye for now.